DT and I, we go back. You know what I mean? Like, I've been talking to him for quite a while. I've known his people for quite a while. His team specifically reached out to me before CPAC last February and asked if I would introduce him at his big political coming out, for his big political coming out speech that he gave at C-SPAN. I know CPAC, it was on C-SPAN, and I know you've watched it on C-SPAN. And so I said, yeah, that sounds like fun. I'll go out, I'll introduce him. And I did. He was great. We got along fine. I've always got along with his folks. And then just something weird happened recently. Like that warmth and that familiarity that we previously had, it had gone cold. Well, what happened? Well, it turns out that I did not like Donald Trump's answer on Planned Parenthood, and I think it made him mad. I did not think that it was as strong of an answer as he could have given. See, my whole point was, and I said it on this show, I said it on my radio show, and I actually said it on Fox as well, that he is the soundbite candidate of the Republican Party. This is a guy who does a television show on NBC, The Apprentice. This is a guy who's used to pop culture. He's used to dealing with the media. My earliest knowledge of Donald Trump was when I was a little bitty kid watching Designing Women, and Donald Trump was part of the plot because of the whole Marla Maples thing and everything else. Seriously. I remember that from my childhood. That's how long he has been in media. So out of all of these candidates, shouldn't it be him to understand a soundbite and to be prepared? And even if you're not prepared, be prepared. Do you know what I mean? And so that was my whole point. I mean, he had said, and I believe it was on Hannity's show, that he thinks Planned Parenthood had done a lot, it still does a lot of good stuff for women, and he wasn't quite sure about the defunding. Now, he's given a couple of different answers, and I had just said on Fox, and I think this was like the same week that happened, look, I didn't like his answer on Planned Parenthood. I didn't think that there was anything wrong with me saying that. I don't have to be I'm not even in 100% agreement with my husband. So what gives any candidate the idea that I'm going to be in 100% agreement with them, for crying out loud? Hi. It's like some of these people are just now meeting me for the first time. So that was the whole point. So I was told by someone in his camp that, and I was told this last week, that he was unhappy with me, and the direct quote was that Dana was mean to me on Fox. She didn't like my answer on Planned Parenthood. Dana was mean to me on Fox about Planned Parenthood. That's the direct quote that I was told by one of his folks that came from him. Dana was mean to me on Fox about Planned Parenthood. Now, you guys have seen me be mean. No, believe me, I'm fully capable of being mean, right? I'm fully capable of being a downright B word. We all know this. But there's a time and a place for it. And I was just giving an actual observation. This kind of goes back to the crap that I put up with in 2012. I was a contributor with CNN, and I disagreed with Mitt Romney. I did not support him as the primary candidate. Now, I believe that when the general comes, you go to war with the soldiers you got. That's how I am. So I went on CNN, and I offered analysis, and Romney's camp got so angry at my objective, honest assessment and my honest analysis of his policy. I didn't see anything malicious. I don't believe in personal attacks like this, particularly when we're talking about presidential candidates. I really don't. I mean, if you say something that makes me leads me to believe that you're not an amiable person, so be it. But I never attacked anything like that. I just did not like his record as governor, and I did not like some of the policy proposals that he had put out as he was running in the primary. And that's all I ever kept it to. His camp had reached out to CNN, and I was told by someone with CNN that the result was that Dana Loesch was not allowed to be on CNN talking about Mitt Romney anymore unless she was on with another Republican. And another Republican meaning someone who was either a surrogate of Mitt Romney or someone who was very supportive and would go to bat for Mitt Romney. So it actually affected my job. And that made me mad. And so now fast forward to 2016, and this is where I stand. I mean, I'll be damned if I carry water for any candidate, and I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up somebody's backside just because what? I mean, you're in politics. There are going to be people who agree with you 80% and not 20%. And it is not good business to make enemies out of the people who agree with you 80% and disagree with you 20%. Again, I'll repeat, it's not good business. Now, that being said, I don't have anything against Donald Trump. I don't agree with him on everything. I wish that some of his answers would be a little bit more solid. I think I'm just sitting back and I'm watching this primary. I would love for him to join me on the program. I'd love for he used to be on my radio program at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. And like I said, I don't think that it works well to sort of, cut out that 80%, the 20%, whatever. I mean, come on, we're all, this is politics. This is how it works. So I would hope that he actually can come back and join the program.